Title: The Great Political Tea Party. Once upon a time in the grand city of Politistan, two rival politicians, Mr. Blabber Singh and Mr. Talkmore Khan, decided to hold a joint press conference to prove they were friends. Of course, everyone knew they couldn't even agree on the color of the national flag, but politics is all about acting, right? The event was called the Great Political Tea Party. Cameras were ready, reporters stood with mics, and both leaders entered the stage waving like best buddies, but their smiles were faker than election promises. The tea arrived, steaming hot and smelling fancy. Mr. Blabber Singh leaned over and whispered, "You first, my dear Khan, I insist." Talkmore Khan smiled. No, after you, my dear Blabber. I know how you love being first, even in making mistakes." Everyone laughed awkwardly. Finally, both sipped the tea and instantly made faces like they had swallowed lemon juice. The tea had no sugar. Apparently, the cook was secretly a supporter of the opposition and decided to teach them both a lesson in humility and bitter flavor. Trying to save face, Blabber Singh said dramatically, "This tea represents the struggle of our hardworking citizens." Talkmore Khan nodded. "Yes, bitter but honest, just like my political career." Reporters clapped, thinking it was a metaphor. The cook almost fainted laughing in the kitchen. Then came the Q&A session. One journalist asked, "Sir, what is your plan for reducing corruption?" Blabber Singh proudly announced, "We will form a committee." Talkmore Khan quickly added, "And I'll form a subcommittee to monitor that committee." The crowd cheered. Nobody had any idea what that meant, but it sounded very official. Suddenly, the power went out. The microphones stopped working, and both leaders started shouting so loudly that even the pigeons on the roof flew away. In the darkness, they accidentally swapped their notes. When the lights came back on, Blabber Singh began reading Khan's speech by mistake. He declared, "Our party promises to reduce my own salary by 50%. Talkmore Khan froze. "Wait, that was my joke!" The audience burst into laughter. Blabber Singh tried to fix it by saying, I meant my opponent's salary." But the cameras had already captured everything. The next morning, every news channel showed the headline, "Rivals promise to cut their salaries, finally some good news." Both parties panicked, trying to explain it was a technical misunderstanding. Meanwhile, the cook who made the sugarless tea became an overnight hero. Memes of him with captions like "the bitter savior of the nation" went viral. In the end, both politicians learned a valuable lesson. Never fake friendship on live TV, never underestimate a cook with political opinions, and most importantly, always check the sugar before sipping the tea of diplomacy.